So when you're working across a ton of projects or features as rapidly as Atrium allows you to do, it can be kind of easy sometimes to forget what you were working on in a certain project, especially if you have as many conversations open with agents as I do usually. Very easy to forget what you've done, what you didn't do, what you still need to do. So one of the features I built into Atrium is this timeline. You probably usually see me with the activity sidebar up in these videos, but there are a bunch of different modes here. They're both sidebars, you can put them anywhere. But one of them is a timeline. A timeline is basically a record of all of the notes that have been created, commits that have been made, messages that you have sent to agents, messages the agents have sent back to you, all organized by room and pane and workspace, project, all of it. And it's all filterable. You can filter by events, synthesis, I'll explain that in a second, tasks, agents. You can even filter by time, including a custom range. And the coolest part about this is not just the log, but the recap. So there's a brief update and recap. These are three prompts basically that get sent to an agent, where the agent takes a synthesis or writes up a synthesis of activity that's happened within that time range and within that scope. So if it's in a room, if it's in a project, if it's in the workspace, it's all overall your Atrium instance, which you can navigate to through the breadcrumb here. It takes all that in as the input, puts together a synthesis, and then generates this handy little note for you right here, which shows up in your timeline as a recap. You can click it to open it. Shows you a quick summary and then shows you a little bit more detail. The prompt is editable, so you can tell it how you want it to write your recap or update or whatever it is. Update can be useful if you want to like share the work that you've done with your peers or superiors or whatever it may be. And then brief is kind of gives you an overview of where the entire project is as a whole, whereas recap is more like time bound to get you up to speed on what's been done. Super useful. I don't use it all the time, but the times I've used it, it's a godsend. I love it. So in addition to that functionality of the timeline also acts as part of the corpus that goes into Atrium's experimental memory system. So memory system's off by default right now. I'm hardening some of the systems and trying to improve them over time, so I haven't turned it on by default. But if you want to play around with it, it's in settings, context, enable workspace memory. So the timeline gets used as part of that corpus. So it will look for, based on semantic search, I'm evolving the recall methodologies that the memory system's using right now, but right now it uses a good semantic search, goes and it finds entries from your timeline, and it will inject them as hook context to your agent. So your agent can use that memory to understand what's going on around it and what has happened historically, sort of an ambient awareness system that I'm building here. So that's it. I think timeline's really cool. If you haven't seen it yet, open up your sidebar, click the little timeline icon. It'll show all your history, even past sessions before Atrium. It indexes all of it, indexes it locally on your system, so no worries about it going anywhere, but indexes it all. And you can search full text search as well. So test it out. I think it's pretty cool.